and then you just kind of wipe out all the progress that you had. So when I think about success, it's like, yo, it takes a lot to be successful. And if I'm gonna do all this work to get success and obtain whatever level of success I have, then I want to make sure I sustain it. I don't want to do all this work for nothing. So that's kind of what we kicking it and talking about today is how do we like think through making the success worth it, valuable, and sustainable, right? So you can't just you don't want to blow you don't want to have a goal to save $10,000 and then get it and blow it. That's a waste of your time. That's a waste of your success. So the question is, how do I transition from nothing to something? All right, let's talk about it a little more in depth. First thing you got to know is what made you successful ain't gonna keep you successful. So I've kind of learned, like, and to my surprise, I'm gonna be real, like, success in and of itself is actually challenging. That's maybe one of the biggest myths out there when when you're chasing and going after something and working towards something, you thinking I'm doing this so that everything can become easier. Now, it ain't that stuff ain't gonna become easier. It's that the stuff that's gonna become easier is the stuff that you already know. That stuff gonna be easier. But it's some stuff once you get to success that you ain't never seen before because you ain't never been successful in this particular area. At least in my example, you know what I'm saying? You haven't been successful. And at least that was the case for me. Like a lot of things that I've been successful in, been blessed to be successful in, whatever level of success it is for me, it's like, yo, every time I reach a new goal or hit a certain level or accomplish something or grow in a particular area, then I get there and it's like, oh, I wasn't thinking about the challenges that success brings. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but at the end of the day, success does bring challenges. And I know like it's this weird thing when people who don't have whatever type of success you have, they're looking at you and they're thinking that you got it all together and they thinking you got it easy. Those are two things that people mistake in life. You look at people and you think, hey, they have it all together. They don't. I don't. Just because I got a podcast that's talking about inspiring God's people and I'm talking about success and self development and a journey and living for God. Like, yeah, I'm still all the way human. Like, so I don't have it all the way together. You can't look at me and put me on a pedestal and think that I'm better than you. You can't think that I'm some glowing special being that like has powers. Like, no, that's not reality. It's literally not reality. So you can't think that. You got to understand that we're all human. You feel what I'm saying? And so as I'm going after the success and trying to obtain and sustain and evolve and all of that, it's like it's people looking at me like I got it all together. I'm like, bro, I'm just like you. I'm kicking it with you, trying to give you the game, not because I think I'm perfect, but because I was doing the same thing you doing. So people think you got it all together and they think, you know what I'm saying, they think your life is easy because you have some success. Like what? Because I ain't talking about me. As a person, imagine a person that drive a nice car and you just looking at them like, man, they got a nice car, they got a nice house. Oh, life must be so easy. But you not thinking about whatever they go through because you don't have what they have. So when I say that success comes with its challenges, let me just let's make it real. Let's give some examples, right? So, I like talking about money in a healthy way because, money is always talked about so unhealthy in such a unhealthy fashion. I can't talk, people. I can talk. I promise I can. Money is talked about in such an unhealthy fashion that I like talking about money. So let's think about um like challenges that come with money. Now I'm gonna say like me, right? Like I mean, I come from the hood. Like I really came from 7 Mile. I don't know what to tell you. Like that's where I really came from. And so when I came from where I come from and like have to like learn financial literacy and things along the way, like as I improve myself, what ends up happening is at some point, let's deal with a low level. This ain't about me. This ain't about thinking that I got money and nothing. This ain't even about that. This is about the fact that, like, let's just use $1,000. At one point in time, I had never had $1,000, bro. Like never, I ain't saying I ain't never received $1,000. You got to hear what I'm saying. I ain't never had it. So when I say I ain't never received it, yeah, I done got $1,000 check before and spent it the same day. And like, you know how we do. Like, if you from where I'm from, if you from the gutter, like you get $1,000, man, that money be gone before. Like when somebody broke get money, they get the calling around. You looking for ways to spend the money. Nobody wants to spend money the way a broke person wants to spend money as soon as they get it. What happens is when you change that mindset and you start taking on going from a poverty mindset to a wealth mindset, right? From nothing to something, then you like, all right, I got $1,000. Now what? And that ain't necessarily easy. It sound easy, but if your whole life you've been stuck in a poverty mindset and you've been spend, addicted to things, you can't keep money in your pocket. It burns a hole. Your thighs on fire if the money is in your side pocket. Like it's hard to know, how do I keep money if I got stuff that I want, right? Change your mindset, change your life. So then what ends up happening is, what are the challenges that comes with having that $1,000 that you never had before? Well, one of the challenges is just the discipline to resist temptation. That ain't easy. You know, you got your shoes. Like if you like Yeezys, I like Yeezys. I wear Yeezys. So if you got Yeezys and you like Yeezys and you got $1,000 and you like, man, them Yeezys, they dropping right now on the site every other week. They 230, 240. I should get them. I should get them. And I got the 1,000 and I can't think of a reason not to spend the 1,000 on the Yeezys that I've been wanting the whole time, right? That discipline is tough. That's a challenge of reaching the success that you got. You obtained the success, but now can you sustain it? That's one challenge. Here's the other challenge. You know, especially with money, with any type of success, I feel this way. You got to guard your success. Like, you got to think of it like, yo, I got a guard dog. I got some Dobermans and a pit bull, like standing out with a gate around my success. And because people will try to get to it. The moment that people see you successful, and especially if it involves money in any type of way, you got $1,000, bruh. You mean to tell me you got $1,000 and I got this bill due and it's $400? I know you got me, bro. Come on, I know you got me. You love me, right? Like, come on, we go back. And that's how people do you. Like, and they don't even realize they're trying to manipulate you, right? So again, the challenges of success. Nobody tells you, nobody told me, well, what do I do when I got $1,000 and people around me need $1,000? Like, should I just give the 1,000 to everybody that needs it, wants it, or asks for it? How do I become a good steward of what God gave me? We talking about how to go from nothing to something, and these are tough conversations that nobody had. Like, nobody. I ain't saying, when I say nobody, maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know. Maybe it's people having these conversations, but I haven't found them, because when I had my first 1,000, my first 500 probably, and things started coming up, and I was saying, no, I ain't doing that. No, I can't do that. People was looking at me like I was crazy. So now I got people that love me that's looking at me like I'm out of my mind, because they haven't gone on the journey that I've gone on to become educated or learn whatever I've learned about money. And I don't mean that literally, or like that's not a shot at nobody. I'm just saying this is what happens when you're on these journeys. Like, you find yourself going down a path and then learning and then getting further and further away from the mindset that you used to have. But the problem becomes, nobody prepares you for the fact that the other people that you love from that mindset, they don't necessarily change. They don't necessarily leave the mindset that y'all all was in together. And that's one of the challenges, again, of success. At some point, we all did this together. We all went here together. We all used to be like this. And then now you start growing. Let's say your goal was just to grow or to stop doing something you used to do. Let's just use drinking as an example, right? Just an example. If we all used to drink together, and you knew me from drinking, I knew you from drinking, and like, you know, like, you didn't see me at my worst. Who am I to think that I'm better than you, right? And then remember, success is different, but it's specific. My success might be different from yours. If success for me started looking like, yo, you know what? I need to become sober. I need to sober up. I need to stop doing whatever that was. You know what people do? and nobody prepared me for this in life, just generally speaking. When people that you used to do stuff with find out that you don't do it no more, the first thing they think is that you think you're better than them. It's like, nah, success is different, but it's specific. I'm trying to be better than me. I ain't trying to be better than you. But then you have to kind of like wrestle with this sometimes on this journey of dealing with the fact that there may be people that you love, used to hang out with that don't understand where you at. So then you got to reconcile with the fact that like, dang, I hate that they don't get it. I hate that you think that I think that I'm better than you. I wish you could see that really I'm just trying to be better than me. But because I'm trying to transition from nothing to something, I got to be okay with the fact that you don't get it. That's tough. We just talking about some of the challenges that come with success, and nobody likes to really